File system implementation. So in this chapter we will be studying file system structure, file system implementation, directory implementation, allocation method and free space management. So remaining concepts are not included in your syllabus. File system structure. File structure consists of a logical storage unit and a collection of related information. So file system resides on the secondary storage devices. File systems are organized into several layers. So to study those layers you need to understand the file control block, FCB. So you have studied process control block for the processors. So same way for files also you have file control block. File control block is nothing but storage structure consisting of information about a file. So complete information about the file is existing in a file control block, which is also termed as inode in Unix or Linux. A file control block has the following components: file permissions, file dates, when it was created, access and when it is written, file owner, group, ACL, then file size, file data blocks or pointers to file data blocks. So a typical file control block will appear in this way. So layered file system. What are the different layers of a file system? Application program, logical file system, file organization module, basic file system, input output control and devices. So these are the layered file system. Application programs are nothing but the programs whichever we use normally for any execution. So it could be any of the application programs. Application softwares whatever we use, it could be one of the application program also. Logical file system. What does this particular section of the layer does? So it manages the metadata. Metadata is nothing but data about the data. So manages metadata information which includes all of the information about the file system structure. It manages the directory structure to provide the file organization module with information it needs given in a symbolic name. It maintains the file structure through the file control blocks. It is also responsible for protection and security. So what does this logical file system does? Finally, it maintains a file structure called FCB. It is also responsible for the protection and security of the files. It manages the entire directory structure of the file organization module. So in terms of certain symbolic names, so certain symbolic names are given. So in this way the file modules are organized and finally this logical file system, it manages the entire directory structure of this file organization module. File organization module knows about the files and their logical and physical blocks, can translate logical block address to physical block address for the basic file system to transfer. It also includes free space manager which keeps track of unallocated blocks. Basic file system. This needs only issue generic commands to the appropriate device drivers to read and write the blocks on the disk. Each physical block is identified by its disk address. So example, drive 3, cylinder 10, track 2, sector 20. So these are nothing but disk addresses of each physical blocks. How it could be identified? These terms we are using drive, cylinder, track, sector in order to mention the basic file system of any of the generic commands. So if you want to read and write the physical blocks onto the disk, we need such generic commands here in the basic file system. Input output control. It contains the device drivers and interrupt handlers to transfer information between the main memory and the disk. File system implementation. So it consists of certain components here. First is the sector. It is the smallest user accessible portion of the disk. Just remember these terms. The term block was used earlier for the sector. Nowadays we use the term called sector itself. A file block usually consists of several contiguous disk blocks. Usually file block size is a configuration parameter that can be set. On disk structures: a boot control block, volume control block, directory structure, FCB. Boot control block contains information needed by the system to boot an operating system from that partition. Volume control block contains volume details such as number of blocks in the partitions, how many free blocks exist, how many free block pointers are existing, then count of these free blocks. In Unix file system it is called as super block, and in network file system it is termed as master file table. Directory structure used to organize the files. FCB contains the file details such as owners, permissions, location of the blocks. So it is termed as a inode in a Unix or a Linux operating system. File system implementation. There are certain methods to implement these particular file systems using mount table or directory structure, system wide open table, a preprocessor open table. Just remember these terms. What are the various methods? Mount table contains information about each mounted partition. Directory structure holds directory information of recently accessed directories. System wide open file table contains a copy of FCB of each open file as well as other information. Preprocessor open file table contains a pointer to appropriate entry in the system wide open file table. Just remember these terms. To illustrate the use of these structures, we should know how to create and open a file. So creating a file. Application program calls the logical file system to create a file. Logical file system allocates a new FCB, reads the appropriate directory into the memory, updates it with the new file name and FCB, and writes back to the disk. So here the file system layered components involved while creating a file. Application program was the first layer there. Application program calls a logical file system. Second layer is a logical file system to create a file. Then the logical file system allocates a new FCB. FCB is also one layer in the file system. So with the help of FCB, we could read the directory into the memory, update it with the new file name, and FCB writes back to the disk. Opening a file. The open call passes the file name of the file system. The file system searches the directory structure for the given file name, and the FCB of the file is copied into the system-wide open file table in the memory. An entry is also made in the preprocessor open table with an pointer to the entry in the system-wide open table and some other fields. The other field can include a pointer to the current location in the file and the access mode in which the file is open. So in memory file system structure, two things you should remember. Look at these diagrams: open file name, user space, kernel memory, directory structure and file control blocks, that is secondary storage. Second diagram, user space reads pre-process open file table, then it moves into the system wide open file table, then the data will be stored in terms of data blocks. And if you want to view the contents, we have to go through the file controller block. So this is the memory file system structure. So for this you need to go through this opening file system steps. So if you understand these steps here, the same steps are represented in terms of the diagram: opening and reading a file. How to open a file, then how to read a file from the user space.